Franchising is a business model in which a company grants the rights to use its trademark, products, and services to an independent operator, known as a franchisee. The franchisee operates the business under the franchisor's established system and pays a fee for the right to do so. Franchising can be a great way for businesses to expand quickly and efficiently, without having to invest heavily in new locations or staff. However, it's not without its drawbacks, and it's important for business owners to carefully consider both the benefits and drawbacks of franchising before making the decision to franchise their business. On the one hand, some of the benefits of franchising include increased revenue through franchise fees and ongoing royalties, expansion of the business through franchise units, and access to capital through franchisees' investments. Additionally, franchising can help to reduce risk and liability for the franchisor, as well as promote consistent branding and marketing efforts. On the other hand, there are also several drawbacks to franchising, such as the loss of control over the business and brand, potential conflicts with franchisees over territory and other issues, high initial investment and ongoing costs, potential for negative impact on the brand from a poorly performing franchisee, and legal and regulatory compliance requirements. Therefore, it's essential for business owners to carefully weigh both the pros and cons of franchising before making a decision. This includes conducting thorough research, seeking professional advice, and developing a comprehensive franchise agreement and operations manual. By understanding both sides of the franchising equation, business owners can make an informed decision about whether or not franchising is the right choice for their business. Increased revenue through franchise fees and ongoing royalties. Franchising allows businesses to generate revenue from franchise fees and ongoing royalties paid by franchisees. Franchise fees are paid by franchisees to the franchisor for the right to use the brand name, business model, and support systems. Ongoing royalties are paid to the franchisor based on a percentage of the franchisee's gross sales. This provides a stable and predictable source of revenue for the franchisor, which can help to fuel the growth and expansion of the business. Expansion of the business through franchise units. Franchising enables businesses to expand their operations more rapidly and cost-effectively than through traditional methods of expansion. Franchisees typically invest their own capital to open and operate franchise units, which allows the franchisor to expand its footprint without having to invest significant capital or resources. This can help businesses to quickly establish a national or international presence, and to tap into new markets that may be difficult to access through traditional methods. Access to capital through franchisees' investments. Franchising provides businesses with access to a source of capital that is not available through other methods of expansion. Franchisees typically invest their own capital to open and operate franchise units, which can provide the franchisor with a source of funding for growth and expansion. This can be particularly beneficial for businesses that have limited access to traditional sources of capital, such as bank loans or venture capital. Reduced risk and liability for the franchisor. Franchising allows the franchisor to reduce its risk and liability by shifting some of the responsibility for the operation of franchise units to franchisees. Franchisees are responsible for the day-to-day operation of their units, which can help to minimize the franchisor's exposure to risk and liability. Additionally, the franchisor typically provides training, support, and ongoing assistance to franchisees, which can help to minimize the risk of failure. Consistent branding and marketing efforts. Franchising enables businesses to maintain consistent branding and marketing efforts across all franchise units. Franchisees are required to adhere to the franchisor's established branding, marketing, and operational standards, which can help to ensure that the business maintains a consistent image and message. This can be particularly important for businesses that rely heavily on branding and marketing to attract customers, as it can help to build brand recognition and customer loyalty. Loss of control over the business and brand. One of the major drawbacks of franchising is that the franchisor must relinquish a certain degree of control over the business and brand. Franchisees are independent operators who are responsible for the day-to-day operation of their units, which means that they may not always make decisions that align with the franchisor's vision or standards. Additionally, franchisees may have their own ideas about how to run the business, which can lead to conflicts over operational and strategic decisions. Potential for conflicts with franchisees over territory and other issues. Another potential downside of franchising is the potential for conflicts with franchisees over territory and other issues. Franchisees may compete with each other for customers and resources, which can create tensions and conflicts within the franchise system. Additionally, franchisees may have different ideas about how to run their units, which can lead to disagreements over operational and strategic decisions. High initial investment and ongoing costs. Franchising can be a costly undertaking, with significant initial investment and ongoing costs required to establish and maintain the franchise system. Franchisors must invest in developing a comprehensive franchise agreement and operations manual, as well as providing training and ongoing support to franchisees. Additionally, franchisors may be responsible for providing advertising and promotional materials, which can be expensive. Franchisees also typically pay ongoing royalties and advertising fees to the franchisor, which can further increase costs. Potential for negative impact on the brand from a poorly performing franchisee. One of the biggest risks of franchising is the potential for a poorly performing franchisee to negatively impact the brand's reputation. Franchisees are independent operators, which means that they may not always adhere to the franchisor's established standards or provide the level of service that customers expect. This can result in negative reviews, loss of customers, and damage to the brand's reputation. Legal and regulatory compliance requirements. Franchising is subject to a variety of legal and regulatory requirements, which can be complex and time-consuming to navigate. Franchisors must comply with federal and state regulations governing franchising, as well as develop and maintain a comprehensive franchise agreement that complies with all relevant laws and regulations. Additionally, franchisors must ensure that franchisees are complying with all applicable laws and regulations, which can be challenging to monitor and enforce. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in legal and financial consequences for the franchisor. Examples of successful franchises and the benefits they have reaped from franchising their business. A. McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the most successful franchises in the world, with over 38,000 locations in over 100 countries. The company has been able to achieve this level of success through franchising, which has enabled it to rapidly expand its footprint while minimizing the risk and cost of expansion. By leveraging the resources and capital of franchisees, McDonald's has been able to establish a global brand and maintain consistent branding and operational standards across all franchise units. B. Subway. Subway is another successful franchise that has benefited from franchising. The company has over 40,000 locations in over 100 countries, making it one of the largest fast food chains in the world. Through franchising, Subway has been able to expand rapidly and establish a strong brand identity. Additionally, the company has been able to leverage the capital and resources of franchisees to develop new products and marketing campaigns. Examples of failed franchises and the reasons for their failure. A. Quiznos. Quiznos is a sandwich chain that experienced significant financial difficulties in the early 2010s. The company's franchise system was characterized by high fees and a lack of support for franchisees, which led to a decline in franchisee profitability and a reduction in the number of franchise units. Additionally, the company's products were perceived as overpriced and of lower quality compared to competitors like Subway, which further eroded the brand's reputation. B. Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video was once a dominant player in the video rental industry, with over 9,000 locations worldwide. However, the company failed to adapt to changes in the industry, including the rise of online streaming and rental services like Netflix. Additionally, the company's franchise system was characterized by high fees and a lack of support for franchisees, which led to a decline in franchisee profitability and a reduction in the number of franchise units. Ultimately, the company filed for bankruptcy in 2010. These case studies highlight the importance of developing a strong franchise system that provides support and resources to franchisees, while also maintaining consistent branding and operational standards. Successful franchises have been able to leverage the resources and capital of franchisees to rapidly expand their business, while also providing a strong value proposition for both franchisees and customers. Maintaining ongoing support and communication with franchisees. Conducting market research and evaluating the potential for franchising. The first step in franchising your business is to evaluate the potential for franchising. This involves conducting market research to determine if there is sufficient demand for your product or service, as well as analyzing your company's financials to ensure that it is financially stable and profitable enough to support a franchise system. Developing a comprehensive franchise agreement and operations manual. Once you have determined that franchising is a viable option for your business, the next step is to develop a comprehensive franchise agreement and operations manual. This document outlines the terms and conditions of the franchise agreement, including the franchise fees, royalties, and territorial rights, as well as the operational procedures and standards that franchisees must follow. Establishing support systems for franchisees. In order to ensure the success of your franchise system, it is important to establish support systems for franchisees. This includes providing training and ongoing support to help franchisees operate their businesses successfully, as well as developing marketing and advertising programs to promote the franchise brand. Selecting and training franchisees. One of the most important steps in franchising your business is selecting and training franchisees. This involves identifying qualified candidates who have the skills and experience to successfully operate a franchise unit, as well as providing them with the training and support they need to run their business effectively. Maintaining ongoing support and communication with franchisees. Finally, it is important to maintain ongoing support and communication with franchisees to ensure the success of the franchise system. This includes providing ongoing training and support, as well as regularly communicating with franchisees to address any concerns or issues that arise. Additionally, it is important to monitor franchisee performance and take corrective action if necessary to ensure the success of the overall franchise system. In conclusion, franchising can be a lucrative way to expand your business, but it is important to carefully weigh the pros and cons before deciding to franchise. On the one hand, franchising can provide increased revenue, access to capital, and reduced risk for the franchisor, while also allowing for consistent branding and marketing efforts. On the other hand, franchising can result in a loss of control over the business and brand, conflicts with franchisees, high initial investment and ongoing costs, potential negative impacts on the brand, and legal and regulatory compliance requirements. Therefore, before embarking on a franchise venture, it is crucial to conduct market research, develop a comprehensive franchise agreement and operations manual, establish support systems for franchisees, select and train franchisees, and maintain ongoing support and communication. Seeking professional advice from a franchise consultant or attorney can also be beneficial in navigating the complex legal and regulatory landscape of franchising. In conclusion, while franchising can be a great way to expand your business, it is important to approach it with caution and careful planning to ensure its success.